Sarah's music is distracting her dad, who's trying to cook dinner. The issue is, does Sarah have to turn the music off? The rule is no loud noises in the house during weekday afternoons while kids are doing homework. In order to apply this rule to the issue at hand, we first need a clear understanding of what the rule implies. The first part states no loud noises in the house during weekday afternoons. We see her dad is trying to cook dinner, therefore it is questionable whether it is in the afternoon or the evening. I did a quick research on dinner, and in the United States it is defined as being in the evening. We are not told whether it is a weekday, so we cannot apply that to the timing of Sarah's music. The rule ends with while kids are doing homework. We have not been told whether there were kids in the house besides Sarah. Therefore, knowing dinner is in the evening, we can conclude that Sarah does not have to turn the music off. James worked hard to bring up his grades. He improved from a B minus to an A minus. The issue is, does James get to stay on the football team? The rule is if James makes an A, he can stay on the football team. James brought his grades up to an A minus, and the rule in this case states if he makes an A, he can stay on the football team. Even though an A minus is on the lower end of the A grade scale, it is still considered to be acceptable to remain on the football team, as the rule only states he has to make an A. It does not specify an A plus or an A minus, nor does it specify what particular grade he has to be above. For example, above a 94 would normally be an A, but the rule does not specify. Therefore, as long as he has an A, which an A minus is included, he can stay on the football team. Candace buys a diamond ring from the store manager. 2 weeks later, the stone mysteriously splits in half. 3 weeks after that, when Candace returns from overseas, she goes to the store and demands a refund. The issue in this case is whether Candace is entitled to a refund. The rule is full refunds are allowed within 30 days. Exchanges are allowed within 60 days. Return and exchange deadlines are subject to manager override under exigent circumstances. Candace buys a diamond ring from the store manager, and 2 weeks later the stone splits in half. But she did not return from overseas until 3 weeks later, which would be 5 weeks after her purchase. Full refunds are only allowed within the first 30 days. However, her stone broke within the first 14 days, that is, according to Candace. Exchanges are allowed within 60 days, in which Candace is still within when she finally arrives back home. With that being said, return and exchange deadlines are subject to manager override under exigent circumstances. In order to understand the override, we must understand that exigent is defined by dictionary.com as requiring immediate aid or action, urgent or pressing. Therefore, seeing how she has passed the requirement for a return and the manager only has the word of the customer to go by, it is essentially his or her decision to decide if they are exigent circumstances and whether or not to refund Candace for her purchase, but she is not entitled to a refund.